Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. All right, so let's look at hits and misses and lessons learned today, and we posted them all in the Discord. We were trading pretty much live in the Discord all day with just a handful of guys, and it's free, if you want to join us in the chat. But yeah, let's take a look at what happened. And apparently, some ladies may be joining us, so we'll tone the language down a little bit. Welcome to the ladies. There's a nice rug pull laid on the SPY, and yes, I share my whole screen. I don't care. I'm just an old man flipping stocks, trying to give you my knowledge before I die. If you haven't been with us before, here's a 1 day chart on the SPY, and if we trade the 5 minute, which we do, and we mark the opening print with a blue line if you're new here, and you can see the retracements she gave us off the 20-day moving average. That's the orange line. And I use Ripster's Clouds, and I was praising him on Twitter today, but we pissed some people off on Twitter today too. And I got tired of the circle of friends interviewing each other, promising their secret system if you send them a direct message, or they want the bribe of crypto at 3 o'clock in the morning to get into their inner circle. Guys, I tried all that in the desert when I isolated myself the last 6 months. And what I found was crypto scammers and millionaires who probably are millionaires, but they interview the crypto scammer and they say he's a great guy. It's just a circle of friends, and you're not in the circle. And they don't have a secret system, and they don't respond when you ask for it, or they tell you give them 300 or 400 bucks worth of Bitcoin in the middle of the night, under the table, and then they'll tell you the secret system. They're full of shit. Okay, and we told everybody last night at 11:30 in our Discord that we were looking for Sophie to gap up, and for God's sake, sell if it goes up. Okay, and we did. And you can go in our chat for free and go in our Discord and read everything that was said. And then here at 12 o'clock, at 12:04, I told everybody I'm taking profits. And so let's look at 12:04 on Sophie. Well, son of a bitch, there's 12:05, just about the high of the day. And I hit it twice. I hit it once at the open off the candlesticks, and then again off the retracement. And some of the guys in our Discord hit it even better than I did. And they were taking profits and using stop losses. And I don't know if anybody got burned. We didn't hear about that. I ate some chorizo on the onion, and I talked about it openly. Unlike most of the Discords you pay $200 a month for, they don't talk about their mistakes. I know I spent thousands of dollars trading with them. They're not all like that. But we took the onion on a setup that we had picked already and posted, and we post them ahead of time. And so we're looking for a retracement here, and it was giving us this pattern for weeks. And you could see a trade I took right here. And actually, I had taken some more. We'd have to go to a 5 minute, but I had taken some and gotten stopped out twice, and it was running without me. And so when it came down below into this target area that we're looking for, I took it and I held it. Why? Well, it's a small trade and it's good till Friday. I posted for everybody. We've been talking about staying away from the zero date till expiration trades, and I wasn't going to sell this one after getting stopped out twice. It gave us the setup we wanted, and it actually went further down into the zone than we anticipated. And we were patient, and we got it down there, and she dumped the rest of the day. That's fine. I'll get another contract for $2 tomorrow. The Rivian she ran, and we give that to people so many times I get tired of giving it to them. And no, not a single like is ever given. Here's the Ripster Clouds on a 15-minute chart on the SPY, and you can see the obvious trend. Don't bet against the trend. And so we zoom out to the 15-minute to see what's going on, even though we trade the 5 minute, and we like to zoom out to the 1 hour. But the Ripster Clouds were working, and so let's take a look at the Rivian real quick. And not a single like was given. And this is the last time I gave them Rivian as a banger, and it ran all day. And then we posted it this morning, and a couple guys in the Discord scalped it for 50%. And I said I wasn't going to chase it, but they did the right thing. They got in and they got out and they made money. And so if you're going to chase a runner, get in and get out. Don't hold it, right? And so let's look at the 5 minute on the SPY and talk about our system, which is not a secret. And you don't have to send me crypto at 3 o'clock in the morning. I spent 6 months in the desert figuring this out, and it works. Um, I didn't hold it today because I was green off the Sophie, and everybody was plugging Sophie, and we had already gotten out and made our profits, and Sophie took a crash. But we posted it last night, this morning, and we did a YouTube video on Sophie this morning, and we put it on TikTok. It was a 2 minute video giving you our best picks for the day, and it hit. But you got to sell them when they go up. Don't hold, guys. I know you see these screenshots where people say they made 700%, and that's awesome. I've had one of those, but I'll take the 30, 40, 50%er and get off and do it again and again and again. And that pays my bills. And that's the way to go for me. You guys can trade however you want to. You're welcome to come steal our knowledge for free. And we do have a little Discord if you want to live trade with us, but with a voice, but you can be in the chat for free, and we're doing the same thing. So we're giving away knowledge for free, guys, and we don't ask you for bullshit or crypto, or we don't tell you you suck, because you don't suck. Well, here's a system: a 20-day moving average and a 5-minute chart. And when it goes below a couple candles or over a couple candles, this one, if you take that, would have been a fake out. But why would you? Because it's been on a downward trend all day. So follow the trend. And when it goes below the 20-day, you can take it. And I did. And then we got stopped out right in here. And then she dumped. Okay, well, we don't win them all. And you could go without a stop loss, but I blew out of it because I was green for the day and I'm preserving my profits. I'm an old man scalping to pay my bills, and I'm not going to give them back money after I win. I'm going home green. Okay. I'm going to eat. I'm going to go to the dentist. I'm going to pay my car insurance. You can hold on a downward trend, though. So let's talk about it. The system works for me better than 50% of the time. And you don't need to listen to me or anybody else. You can just run the 20-minute and the 20-day moving average and a 5-minute chart and listen to music. And you don't have, watch the news. I would watch the economic calendar. I wouldn't be like living under a rock. And so we had some numbers and they came out. Okay. And then the market opens. And okay. So tomorrow, jobless claims in the morning and then wholesale inventories. Okay, you got to watch who's speaking and when did the numbers come out. CPI comes out next week, but pay attention to the time, because if the Fed's speaking or there's unemployment numbers coming out 30 minutes after the market opens, maybe you want to wait. And part of the system involves waiting. Okay, and here's 10:15, and they started a big candle, maybe didn't have time to react, and then here's a retracement. And so that's what I counted on. I like retracements, and if you watch our stuff, you know that. And this was a good retracement. We had a dump, a little pullback, a run up, and then a dump, and then a retracement, and it's bouncing down off the 20-day moving average. I was confident with that trade, and it was a good trade. But when it went sideways, these are 5-minute candles, and I'm in this thing for 40 minutes or 35 minutes, and I'm out. Part of the system is I'll hold for 30 minutes before I make another bet. But for today, I had gone heavy on the Sophie the second time, and got out and made money on it twice. And I said, that's it. We're green for the week. We're green for the day. And I'm going to make sure it ends that way. And so I sold it. Even though it was a small trade, I didn't want it to eat into my profits for the day. But part of my system was being confident in this system and just going to the store for donuts. And I erased most of the stuff I did the last 6 months when I was in the desert, but there's still plenty of it on Twitter. You can go look. It's too much for me to erase. Why did I erase it? Because nobody gave a single like about all the banger home runs I gave them. So we started our own Discord and we teach for free and we trade in there. But you can hold this if you're confident in your charts and you're confident in what you're doing, and it works out later in the day right after I sold it, of course. But with these retracements, it kills your time value. And so we were trading a 0 day to expiration. It expires today. And so I held it 20, 30 minutes and said, I'm out. You can go buy the one for tomorrow if you can afford it, and then you don't have the time value losing or the loss of time value so fast. It went down, okay, but it has to go down really far, really fast, like this. And one of our guys caught this. If you go look in the Discord chat, you can read it for yourself. And kudos to him. He nailed it twice. He got in and out twice during the dump, during the late day dump. And so part of the system is let's look at when they show us their cards. And about 10:15, we got a wick on the top, and no big volume though. Okay, and then a huge candle pushing it through the 20-day moving average. You're fighting computer algorithms and very smart people with lots of money in New York that manipulate this thing. And then they chop it for an hour and a half, killing your time value, and then they dump it. And when they dump it, there's big candles dumping, so you don't have a lot of time to react. Okay, this was a great setup here. We knew the downward trend had been in place all day, and if you go to the 15 minutes, it was quite obvious that the trend was downward all day with retracements. And then when we got to this point, you got one little retracement and we trade the 5-minute, but zoom out to the 15 and it's easy to spot, man. And this is a retracement. It's like the fourth one of the day in an obvious downward trend. And it's at 10 minutes to 3. And one of our guys in the Discord said, I like it too, right? And you go in. And he did it twice, and he scalped them both times. Late day trades are good, man. You can spot the trend if you wait till 10 or 11. Let them show us their cards. It hasn't been doing that. See, this is chop and with some big spikes, right? But also, this is chop, and right in here is chop. And so there's some big spikes right here. It's been hard. This is an evil spike. A run up with a dump and then a run up and then a dump and then chop and then a run up. I mean, this is evil. And so you can get in and get out on these, right? Okay, and this is a big run up with very few retracements, and that's hard. But today was a good setup for the puts, and I took it, and it was about 11 o'clock, almost 10:30, 11 o'clock, which is a great time. I want to go in about 10 to 11, guys, when I'm trading the SPY or the QQQ. The tickers like Rivian will go in at the open. Who gives a shit? And a couple of our guys did, and it opened up. And oh, I'm sorry, guys. I usually mark the opening print, and I just said, nope, I'm not going to do it, because I was watching other tickers and I started buying other tickers. And then about 10 minutes in, I saw the Rivian wicking off. And I said, well, I'm not going to do it. One of my bad habits is trading too much too early. And we talk about that. And I put it in the Discord and said, I'm not going to trade. I trade too much, guys. I'm holding cash and the Rivian's running and I'm not going to chase it. And the guys in the Discord got it, and they got in and out a couple of times, I think. But I know the one guy did for 50% on one of these big candles, and he got in and he got the hell out. And she gave us a retracement about 10:15. But these are 5-minute candles, and they were moving quick, and I don't want to chase it. When all we see on the screen is this right here, I'm not chasing that. Okay, I'd like to see something, like these two red candles right here. I'd like to see them down here. Give me a couple green ones and then some red ones. Because if we trade the Rivian almost daily, and it was funny to see everybody on Twitter talking about the Sophie and the Rivian, and we had already posted them and given them to our people last night and this morning. There's some great people on Twitter that helped me a lot, and I respect the hell out of them. And I put some nice stuff on there for them today. But there's others I pissed off because I said that I'm not participating in the scam anymore. But look at these dumps on Rivian. She's violent. Do not play with the rent money on this thing. And when you got a profit, take it. These are nice dumps. These are good puts, but we can play it going both ways. All right. My point is she's violent. And so how do you play it? Well, look at the big chart, and we post these all the time. This is a 2 hour. I would like a 1 hour, ma'am. Okay. All right. There you go. And so we have this trend line, this green trend line. We'll make it big and fat. A big fat trend line. I don't care if you like my chart. Go draw your own charts. That's what our whole channel's about. We want you to draw your own charts and pick your own setups. And you can see the retracements. And I had this one clearly fucking marked, guys. Clearly fucking marked. We talked about it. We posted it. Our guys hit it in a free Discord chat anyway. We'll do live trading if you guys want to. We have one if you want to sign up. We're going to do some live trading on YouTube for free. Okay, because you don't have to have a Rolex and a Lamborghini to do this, guys, and you don't have to pay $200 a month to do this. And come steal our knowledge and put our tools in your toolbox. And God bless you. I hope you guys do well. Don't forget to sell when they go up, and pick your target entries like this. And then when it comes close to that, then take it. Don't chase it. Okay. And we'll do some analysis on the Rivian and post something in the morning maybe. But I trade it almost every day, and you you can go back and look at my chart. You can look at our Twitter if I haven't erased it all. But I mean, we go back months. I trade this thing forever, and I just deleted so much stuff. I'm giving away all my best stuff on Twitter, and they just want you to clap like a baby seal when they send a picture of their lunch out. We're not doing that anymore. Let's get rid of the volume and analyze what we're doing instead of criticizing the millionaires and their steak lunch. All right, so you can see the target entry was clearly marked, and it hit this line, and we were looking for it to, it didn't come down below. Okay, but that's our trend line. We drew that trend line, and look how it respects it. You guys can draw your own lines and zones. You can. Absolutely, you can. And you should, because it helps you get a good target entry, like we did on the Sophie, and learn from the mistakes. We talk about our mistakes. Okay, it makes you stronger. We had a target entry on the Sophie, and she opened up, but she gave us wicks on the candles, and we took them. And sure enough, she ran. So it's not always going to come to where we want it, right? But one of the things you can do is plot ahead of time, and then you're not chasing. Okay. All right, guys. God bless you. Go get them. And there's the lemonade. Let's look at her. All right. And she gave us the setup, and I took it. And you can see I circled it right there. It went down below the target I was looking for. And the calls are good till Friday. So we'll see what happens. Tomorrow, we're going to follow the trend on the SPY, and we're going to play our SPY system. And I hope you join us. Okay. Good luck, guys, and God bless you.